Hey guys, it's Aseem Sharma, training manager from Solframe Consulting. I do hope you're all well. I'm going to briefly speak about, and I always say this, but given the theme, what is happiness? What is satisfaction? And how to remain happy? And is there any such thing as being happy? Can you remain happy for your eternal life? And it's a weird one because it's paradoxical. I would say that with happiness also comes um, sadness and difficulties and challenges. I mean, if the world was always cooperative and everyone was very nice to each other and so on, I'm sure you've heard this before, I think life would get a little boring. But considering the way things are going now, I think we're probably on the other end of the scale and we need to kind of normalize somewhat anyway. So, what kind of things can you do to keep yourself happy or remind yourself to be happy? So, one is remind yourself of the achievements you have attained, even if they're small achievements. So it could be anything like I've gone to my local grocers and I'm asking for an item which hasn't been there for a while, and I've made a couple of special requests, and when he or she finally is able to procure it for me, and they call me up, I'm like, oh great, I've received it, and my reaction in store may be perceived by some people that look. This guy is very weird. ये तो सचमुच पागल है. But it happens. I'm just saying that the person is absolutely crazy for our non-Hindi listening viewers. But it happens. So if you've been eagerly awaiting for something or anticipating something, and there's been a delay or there's been a challenge even in obtaining something very simple, but you've been able to do it, then you may have that kind of reward mechanism in your mind saying that, hey, my persistence paid off, my perseverance, joy to the world. So simple things like this, because a lot of the time achieving big things, like for instance getting that dream job that you want, or getting promoted, or being accepted into the college or university that you wish to pursue, and that's just the beginning of your journey. You don't even know what's going to happen later on. Excuse me. You need to be able to live your each day to the fullest as much as possible, right? And again, you would have heard this saying that, look, live your life as if every day is your last day, so do whatever you want to do. But that's not always practical, right? And there'll be some days which are a little slower and some days which are really fast paced, and before you can even sit down and get your breath back. And it's happened to me. You'd think that, my God, what's happened? I'll give you a quick example. So I'm working, I'm creating content, I'm also marketing. In addition to that, I may be doing a quick workout, and while I'm working out, someone decides to call me, and then I get up out of my workout and I'm talking to someone, and they say that, why are you so breathless? Have you been running somewhere? And I say, okay, never mind. And then after that, then before I know it, I've left something on the cooker and that needs attending to. So many things, and sometimes for some people that thrill factor, that adrenaline, it keeps them driven, and that does apply to me. But sometimes it becomes overwhelming. You say, look, my back is hurting, I really just want to sit down now and take some rest. And often that's when I'll be able to sleep, and sleep really well for, even if it's like a power nap just for maybe half an hour. By the time I wake up, I think that I was I knocked out? What happened? I don't even remember, and that's a beautiful feeling. So anyway, I digress. So reminding yourself of the small things or the achievements. I've mentioned this before, looking towards a goal and then seeing your progress, even if it's small steps, and saying, hey, I've achieved something. I always wondered, why is it that, if you, let's put it this way, people celebrate their birthdays. I don't fancy aging, personally. I don't really particularly celebrate my birthday, but if other people remember it, then that's great, because it's good to be remembered. People celebrate anniversaries. People celebrate all sorts of things, right? But having said that, just imagine if you celebrated, and it doesn't need to be a big party or anything like that, an event, for every small thing that you did. And it may just be a pat on the back and you say, hey, this is great what I've managed to achieve. That's one thing. The other thing that you can do is So each time you do that, it incentivizes you to do more and to achieve more. So and this is what I do, and I don't really have any specific way to celebrate. I just say, okay, this is great. I may jump around like an eccentric lunatic for a couple of minutes, irrespective of the fact whether people, think that this is weird or whatever. It doesn't really. I mean, it doesn't really matter. And the point is that you seek that inner happiness, all right, that satisfaction, that you've achieved something, and by doing so, you set yourself forward to face new goals and new challenges. And suddenly, most challenges, not all of them, some of them you have to accept that, look, this is not pleasant. I mean, if you're unwell, given the scenario of what's happening right now these days, then obviously there will be that fear, that element of fear, and you need to accept that. There's no point in indulging in it too much, but then again, you need to accept, because we are humans. That's what we need to do. But then, having said that, generally a challenge should be perceived that, oh, hey, this is something new, or this is something I've handled before. Can I handle it better? How efficient can I be? How can I improve it? How can I overcome it? How have I become stronger? What new skills have I learned? So I think this is an aspect of happiness that we need to look into. And this can also, integrate with relationships. If two people have a similar goal and they want to work synergistically in a symbiotic way, so that's a great thing to do. If you have goals at the workplace, you want to improve your career, you want to kind of learn something, educate yourself whilst also working, that's another thing you can do. People do all sorts of things. Learn a new skill. Maybe you want to learn how to play a certain musical instrument, or you want to learn a skill, anything, hiking, or you want to take up a hobby, whatever it may be. So these are certain things that we can do, and the actual learning process is the thing that gives us that enjoyment and enlightens us to feel happy. Anyway, I hope you found this useful. Sorry for the interruption. And I just had to challenge myself, a little power cut there. So the irony of it is as it is. So anyway, do take care. Please find us on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, doing this in a different order now, Telegram, and of course please do subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done so. Till next time, please do take care. Thank you very much, and bye-bye. Can't stop laughing.